The Killing Joke is an interesting piece of the comic history. Killing Joke was written during the 1980s, which was an era of great political and social change. But the comic's story starts in Thatcher's Britain that produced the punk movement. This movement produced the comic company 2000 AD, a far cry from DC Comics in the United States. 2000 AD is most known for the dystopian futures famously portrayed in the imprints Judge Dredd. But to this story, the comic British invasion was being created, inspired, or outright hiring legends like Neil Gaiman, Grant Morrison, and important to this story, Alan Moore. Having written for such an anarchistic company living through the punk movement, and British comic invasion was almost tailor-made to turn the American comic industry on its head. The industry, especially DC Comics, was stuck in the 60s back with Adam West's Batman TV series. But the firing shot was Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, the first self-contained comic book that started the trade paperback trend. The story of The Dark Knight Returns stripped away the campiness of Adam West, returning Batman to his gritty noir roots. Set in a future where Bruce had been forced to retire due to his old age, returning in a brutal, fascist, Reagan-controlled United States. This reimagining has set the mold that has been repeatedly followed, creating the current origins of Batman. Serving for another hit, DC Comics let writer and Rasputin cosplayer Alan Moore loose in the Batman toy box. Moore was tired of the then constant Joker versus Batman stories that still plague the industry today. Moore set about writing the last Joker story ever, a dark look into the psyche of the type of man and the events that would produce a man like the Joker. We follow the untrustworthy narration of the Joker himself, who directly tells us he's making it up, saying,
"If I have to have a past, I prefer it be multiple choice."
We are told the sad tale of Arthur Fletch, down on his luck wannabe comedian, and his descent into the Joker. And the book sets up the Joker's thesis for all the chaos he has ever caused.
The only difference between me and a sane man is one bad day.
I prefer Neil Gaiman's reinterpretation of this about the differences between heroes and villains. He says the only difference between a hero and a villain is one more really bad day, pointing out that a bad day makes a hero want to stop the pain from hurting others, and another really bad day causing them to strike out against the world that has hurt them so often. But what the Joker does to prove his thesis, hurting Commissioner Gordon and crippling Batgirl, and Batman snaps the Joker's neck, at least according to Moore. But unfortunately, due to the ambiguous ending and the book's incredible sales, The Killing Joke has changed the landscape of pop culture itself, as well as every Batman to follow, leading to Moore's typical grumpy response.